What's going on, y'all? Gotta send this link out. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. My phone went off. Let's see how we sound. It's Tuesday, April 16th. Gotta get straight to it. We got a couple setups we're looking at, folks. Gonna wait till y'all hop in. We're gonna break all that stuff down. Got a couple setups we're looking at, though. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on, J-Rod? You be quick up in here. You be ready. I like that. So we had a GP news pop off. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes and we're gonna break that down. Got a lot of news popping off this week. We got a few setups we're gonna be watching and looking for. Just dropped a video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out. I'm gonna drop that in the chat in a little bit. Just doing a couple things, writing a few trade ideas up. What's going on, Tracy? How you doing, man? Those are joining the stream. We're looking at a couple setups right here. We're looking at a possible GP New Zealand buy. Those out in yesterday's live, or if you're on the free Telegram, first in the description. Y'all watched the Sunday chart analysis. We were talking about GP New Zealand, right? So now that the day ended yesterday, we could see how it ended. Again, we had prior to the score to make it chart, so we can really break this down. All right, cool. So this is the same level we marked off yesterday. So we was nice and bullish, but we had the exhaustion to the upside. Again, we're on the daily time frame. So literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days straight, a whole week price rejected. But when we zoom in, what I really want y'all to pay attention to is how price was reacting and responding to this resistance level. Again, I dropped multiple videos on supply demand. I got another video dropping later on today. It's not a resistance, but it goes hand in hand with how to read the charts. So be on the lookout for that. But again, that's why I tell y'all, look right here. Literally for 6 days, if we include when price made this higher high, I keep pointing at my monitor with my fingers like I'm recording with my phone. That's how you not be too much. Anyways, we see our price rejected this level. But then what we see right here is if I put a low right here, we have this pivot point that price was respecting that support, the same support level we see again. Look to the left, explain what happened in the present, it was potentially happening in the future. We can see that the same level that price was treating as support here and last week was also a previous resistance level. So when price rejected to the downside, again, when we look at the candlesticks, if we compare these candlesticks to these candlesticks right here, like we compare, let's get rid of these arrows right here. Before we get into this, let me double check the charts because you already know how the charts like the US30 be breaking some things down. So let's make sure. history is pretty good. Not the alert. That's what we put on this one. All right, cool. So when we look at this pivot to the upside here, or even this drop to the downside here, or when we zoom out, we look at this push up here, which we caught previously as well as we caught these cells down. If you go to this chart, you can see that, right? You can see that we caught these cells. You can see we caught these buys up. You can see we caught these cells down. You can see we caught these buys up. You can see, zoom in. When we look at the last quarter, we caught these buys up. Even when we caught this higher high here, right? And we caught sell down before price rejected and reverse back up this week. So that's what we're breaking down, because again, in order to really trade effectively, you got to understand why price is doing what it's doing and what took place, right? Because again, it's not a bunch of random stuff happening, a bunch of random stuff taking place. So what we can see right here is, again, if you watch my video, which I'm about to drop in the chat right now, my how to identify trend video, and also how to identify, actually, I'm going to drop the how to identify reversal video. This one is more relevant to that point. So let me find that video for y'all real quick. Chat. What's going on, JD? I see you up in here. Yeah, the reason why I use that terminology is because what I've noticed in this space is when I do my sessions, a lot of people will know that stuff, and like when I start to break things down, they'll revert back to that. But while I notice a lot of people when they use those terminology, again, I got a video dropping later on today talking about this stuff, is that people use that to stop further learning, right? It's just like, for example, an indicator. Why do people use an indicator? To stop further search of understanding what's taking place on the charts, right? Just like trend lines, or just like with that pattern, right? Or just like what people with certain candlesticks, right? They'll identify a certain pattern, like, okay, when I see this pattern, this is when you enter, this is when you sell. When price breaks out of this is when you do this, is when you do that. But then you come to the next hurdle, which is, okay, now I know when to enter, but now I'm still in the trade, or now I don't understand why that trade was a winner, or why that trade was a loser, or why that trade only hit a couple TPs but not all TPs. And this trade when it hit all TPs, not this. You know what I'm saying? So that is kind of what's going on. But right now I'm going a little bit more in depth and detail so y'all fully understand why price did it, and not just what it's called. You know what I'm saying? But let me put this back on. This right here. We're still looking at a few setups, but while we're doing that, those that just joined the live, we're looking at a few setups, but we're also breaking down GBP New Zealand, because that's the main one we're looking at for a possible buy setup. Right now, we're just talking about what's been taking place, not just the past couple of weeks, but what led to this point. So if y'all just want to rewind 5 minutes, I can understand, catch up what's going on there. All right. So again, prior to the past, you can see right here, end of March, going to the middle of April, we was nice and bullish. This resistance level, as we see, this was a clear resistance level, got broken and turned into a support. Remember, you hear me say this all the time: strong support can be strong resistance can be strong support. So, price, if you watch my how to identify trend video on this channel, you know for the uptrend to high, what needs to happen. Resistance levels will get broken by that support. Just like the opposite, if the downtrend is going to continue, you need to break support levels and treat them as resistance. So what we saw take place here was price rejected this level. Again, not only did it reject this level and just retrace, what we see as it's going down, each time, let me zoom in so I can really see this. Literally each time it was rejecting, pushing down. So this level just continued to treat as resistance again. Treat as held as support for the uptrend to continue. That's why when we go to the smaller time frame, we go back to when price first broke that level. What do we see? You see price broke that level, and then when it retraced, the retest, it failed to hold that support, right? And then it tried to hold that support, but again, it's very choppy, not a clean push like it was when it broke the level initially. And then guess what? Failed to break the highs to the left, and then guess what? Start being treated as a resistance again, right? And then that's when we saw the drop down, right? So now let's go back into the bigger time frame. And by the way, we're looking at settles. I got alerts on everything. Nothing is significant has happened yet, but we got about a minute and a half until a new 15 to 5 minute pops up. So again, for the downtrend to continue, what needs to happen? Lower lows need to be made. So when we look right here, let me know in the chat. Did we see after here a lower low get made? Yes or no? Did a lower low get made here? Yes or no? Put a Y in the chat, N in the chat, yes in the chat, no in the chat. Let me that makes sense. Okay, but I'm gonna post my support resistance video here too, so I understand what we're talking about right now. Here is that video. I've been posting so much. Where is it? Here it is. Let me drop in the chat. All right. So Tracy, you're saying yes. I get why you're saying yes. So it broke this level. I mean, it didn't break this. It hit this level before to really hold it. For to make a lower low, it needs to break this support level, hold it as resistance, right? So let me show you an example with a downtrend. So let me see if I can find one. Actually, we can't find one. US30 did it earlier. Right, so here's a good, so this is what happened with, so we're about to rewind. So this is kind of what happened with GM with the opposite, right? So it was nice and bullish. We had the exhaustion to the upside, just like you were saying, Ricola, which led to the reversal. And depending on what takes place here, again, if y'all was watching last week or the past couple weeks, you heard me talking about this in the lives, as well as the analysis. It just took a little while because we're basing things off the bigger scale of things with the daily. So it's not going to just happen in 5 minutes, right? So literally, this is what took place here with US30. Price broke down, and for the downtrend to continue, we had this lower high. For the lower low to come into play, it would need to have broken the support level and treat it as resistance. And again, into the Sunday chart analysis the past couple of weeks, you'll hear me talk about this. So price failed to do so right here, right? Then after the pivot, it continued to hold this as you can see. And then later on, it broke this level, and now it's treating the support as a resistance. That's what led to what price did the downtrend continue. You see what I'm saying? Now, when we bar replay, before we do that, let me see, make sure so now that we go back to GM, and we bar replay this, we see our price, we traced up, rejected just like our US30 did. But instead of US30 having the volume to break that level and make that lower low, thus bring the downtrend into play, and continue to respect this level as a support. But again, it just consolidated here for a while, like 2 weeks, right? Because again, this is the daily time frame. This is already a week of price just consolidating here, right? And then we go into the smaller time frame, we can see exactly that. We see price just ranging here, right? And there's a lot of support. And again, this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday last week. And this is a whole week of price hugging this level. So from here, like we was talking about last week, we was waiting for price to either break and hold that as resistance to continue the downtrend. EN was doing a lot better rejecting to the downside than G. We'll see that. Which is why we initially took EN sell, caught that nice move, and then we took a GN sell, and that's when we got caught in that rejection, right? Last week, we caught GN sell to the downside based off the same thing. Price was nice and bullish, right? Clear higher highs getting made, but again, we saw this exhaustion to the upside. Just like there was exhaustion to the upside on GN, this one was a lot more apparent, right? Versus when we look at GN's exhaustion to the upside just slowly retraced down. Versus EN, that mofo was really trying, right? But just kept on rejecting over and over again. Like if I replay this, you'll see what I'm talking about. You're gonna see how price again made the higher high, low, higher high, and then you're gonna price attempt to break that resistance level, keep rejecting. Watch. Like you literally see it attempting and keep on rejecting. I know that's kind of quick. Y'all literally just saw it attempt and keep on rejecting that level, which caused price again. Price going to do one or two things: go up or go down. So since price struggled again, this is like 2-3 weeks right here. This is the daily time frame. This was March 22nd. And this was all the way to April 8th. Like this was multiple weeks, which again explains those I was here trading or watching the live streams why again we was taking drastically a lot less trades, because again if price isn't moving, even if we took buys, we're going to be catching small moves, or we're just going to keep on getting wicked out, or our stop loss are going to keep on getting hit, right? Which is what happened to a couple of the trades that we took on Thursday and Friday last week. So after price broke this level and started treating this from support to resistance, that's when we took that sell and we caught the reversal down, which was that nice push down, right? But then again, we saw price starting to consolidate, just like with GN right here. Not this one right here. So again, we need volume to break this level for the downtrend to continue, or it's going to reject and bring the uptrend back into play. In this case, when we went for that sell, the price rejected that level and pushed back up, which is why our stop loss got hit last week. Again, we saw that nice push on Tuesday. We had that Wednesday news was caused price to retrace, ranged here, went for the sell after price broke this level and held as resistance. Wasn't enough volume to break past TP1, which caused price to reverse back up. And then we see that on the daily time frame right here. We saw price do that huge rejection down. Then we see price here again attempting to try to break this level, but struggling to break the level. You can see the downtrend. Again, you just see it stuck here. Thursday. This was Friday to Sunday. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Price retraced back up, and then of course this Monday. Right. So when we go into the daily time frame, right, you see exactly that. You see price again for a week attempting to break the support level, struggled. We went for a sell after again. Sell wasn't a terrible idea here because there was nothing showing bullish momentum here. There was some exhaustion showing a possible reversal rejection, but if it was going to go for a buy or sell, the sell made the most sense, especially because again, we see prior to that, nice drop to the downside, and then on top of that, on Monday, Tuesday, we caught that huge 1 to 6 risk reward on EN. So again, it made the most sense to go for a sell over a buy. And then when we look at the week, it went down way more than it went up, right? This was Monday and Tuesday, price went down. Wednesday, price consolidated to the news, New York session, rejected. Then Thursday, price went back down. So it went down 3 out of the 4 days so far. So going for a sell Friday or Thursday makes sense because, again, it went down way more than it went up. And on top of that, on the bigger scale of things, again, there was exhaustion to the upside and they're showing bearish momentum. Those are just on their live. We're looking for a couple setups right now. We're just waiting for our confirmation to be met. We're looking at a possible GN buy. We're just waiting to see if it can hold this level of support, which it failed to do so last night. The GBP news that we had at 2 a.m., an hour before London session, caused price to reject back down. I was awake during that, and I watched price reject back down. You can see this is 2 o'clock news. Price broke that level prior to it. Retraced. News came rejected back down. So now let's see if it can hold this level at support. If we can hold 1135 as support, we can look for buys going to 1200 and possibly 1280. So that's what we're looking for right here. We're also looking at a possible GU sell. Again, GU has been super rangy. We was looking for the sell yesterday during London session. As we see, price rejected the level, held this as resistance though, pushed back down, rejected again, pushed back down, and played around. And didn't really do this move until the middle of New York when I was now on the charts. You know, I was doing other stuff, so I missed that move. Right trade idea, because again, this if you watch yesterday's live stream, we was looking for this sell setup. We broke this down and went exactly to this level we was talking about. It just took all damn day to do the move. Ain't nothing we can do about that, right? Ain't nothing we can really do about that. And again, we look on the daily time frame, we can kind of see that nasty looking wick here, small candlestick showing that it didn't do a damn thing yesterday. And then we see today with a similar situation. So again, nothing we can really do about that, unless you're just on the charts all day. And nothing person charts all day. You know what I mean? So let me cut this to the chat. I'm going to finish breaking down GM. Let's see some comments popping. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When looking at your chart, drop them in the chat. We're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. I see what's looking at it. Okay, that's perfect. Just dropped a video for y'all yesterday. Make sure to check that out. Got a new video dropping for y'all later on today. Make sure to be subbed and have your noties on. Make sure to subscribe now too, because we're really breaking stuff down. You don't see anybody breaking stuff down like this over here. You don't see anybody breaking. We're literally breaking down candlestick by candlestick, and it's making sense. You get what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. All right, so again, we see price treating this as resistance. We're about to wait to see if we can break and hold that support. So that's what we're waiting on right now. And the same thing with GK. So this is the trade we took yesterday. We broke this session live as well as the Sunday chart analysis. Broke that level, held it at support, but wasn't able to hold it too long. Held it for maybe about 30 minutes to reject it. Continue, as you can see here, to hold this level as support. But again, you see very small candlesticks, very low volume. There's no volume, just like we talked about earlier in the live. Can't really do too much, right? And then again, we're going to the daily time frame. This is just disgusting. Look at what it's been doing the past month and a half. Like, it's just been nasty. So again, when the price isn't making smooth pushes or smooth transitions, it makes it a little bit more difficult to catch. Again, huge moves like we were prior. Well, we still caught some big moves last week. I'm crazy positions because again, you see here, not just like with GM price, like you can literally see price struggling to hold this level and break this level. Literally, it's crazy. Right, so ain't nothing we can do about that. But we also see price keep on reattempting. So at some point when volume kicks in, it's either going to blow through this level like we saw here. All right, because we had a similar situation here. Price rejected, right again, 2+ weeks, rejected, came back up, moved through the level, uptrend continued, rejected, retraced. What's this like? This was like just like GM. And guess what? Then it blew through the level. So it's just been very funky lately. There ain't nothing we can really do about that. We just patiently wait, watch and see what it does. So that's what we're on right here. All right, I'm actually breaking this down. Make sure to like the live too, y'all. Make sure to like the live too, y'all. So that's what happened there. So again, failed to break that level. We pushed back up. So now we're right back where we left off like a month ago, right? So now we're back with the uptrend bullish momentum. So now we need price to break this resistance level for that support for the uptrend to continue, which is most likely going to happen if it try to push back up. So we're just waiting to see if it can do that. Again, we do got a couple more news events popping off today. We got at 8:30 Canadian news. Then we got another GBP news event at 1 o'clock p.m. EST in the middle of New York. Then at 1:15, 15 minutes after that, we got another Canadian news event as well as a USD news event. And then when the markets reopen, we got a New Zealand news event. So we got a bunch of news. Again, these news events are going to help push volume in. That's what they usually do 8 times out of 10. Volume is going to help us break those levels, continue the trend, or it's going to cause the reversal. A perfect example of that is literally US30 last week. you was watching last week, you'll know it was I think this was last week. Yeah, this was last week. We'll talk about this US30 sub. Now I was running back. This is Monday. Well, this is Friday. This is Monday. Again, low volume. They're just hugging this, clutching it like a little kid's parent's leg. You know what I'm saying? Just holding on tight, not wanting to let go. Monday, rejected a little bit, came back up. Tuesday, did a nice drop until New York session. So again, Tokyo London session chilled here. It wasn't until New York session, Friday 9:15. Give me 1 second. Let's skip
as
this.
you're sitting in your base.
All right, cool. We're not sitting in well. I'm not. I'll look at that as talking about. All right, go back to what we was talking about, bro. And then after it hit that level, again, failed to break this level just like it did here. It traced back up. Again, chilled here for hours. We're on the 15-minute time frame, so this is a price doing this. Every 4 candlesticks is an hour. You know what I'm saying? Hours of price doing this. Then we go into Wednesday. Price still chilling here. Then this, guess what this was? This was a news candlestick. So if you go to my playlist on how to trade news, we talk about, if you remember, we go live during the news event, so you know what we're talking about as well. So it wasn't until the news came in that price had the volume kick in, all the volume people be afraid of, and then guess what? It literally went zone to zone. And then after that, that's when the momentum for the reversal came into play. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to be waiting on. Is either going to start beforehand, or we might have to wait for the news for that volume to kick in. That's what news is used for. It's also used to fuck people up, ruin people's money, all types of stuff. But that's essentially what news does. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we're waiting on right now. You guys got any questions? Up in the chat. When we're looking at your charts, up in the chat. We're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. Make sure you hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal for your Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. We're about to pull it up in a little bit too. We're looking for a possible sell on GU as well. GU can break and hold 24.20 as resistance. For sales going down to 23.90 and possibly 23.40, 23.50. Right, we're still nice and bearish. Broke that level. Did a little retracement yesterday. So again, it's just been stuck, struggling to break past 24.25, as you can see here. There's a strong support resistance level. So we're just gonna be patient waiting for that. Got the alerts. So we're just waiting for that. Yes, we're watching GN, GJ, and GD right now. Also looking at the Euro versions of that as well. Let me pull those up on my other screen and see what they're looking like. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok too, y'all. You'll see it scrolling at the bottom of y'all screen. Instagram is playmaker_way, TikTok's _playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. Just post some content on there. Yesterday, got a couple more videos lined up for y'all as well. I guess I got another video on YouTube dropping for y'all later on today. Also, at around the beginning of New York session, so be on the lookout for that. All right, switch this to another chart. Down. Yeah. This is your 2-5 type of very flip floppy. And by flip flop, I mean like trends aren't holding as long as they were before. That might change. Like I said, summer quarter, spring quarter just starts. Summer quarter usually is the one that really be pushing that volume out. So let's see what happens this quarter. But we see here what I'm talking about. Let's go to naked chart so I can really see what I'm talking about. Which one? This one would be naked. Close enough. That's actually what we need. Perfect. All right, so this probably was from a one-on-one session yesterday. So right here, right, it was nice and bullish. Then we had the consolidation. I watched my video on YouTube titled 3 Chart Patterns. Or if you got the course or the one-on-one sessions, you know exactly what I'm talking about with the 3 patterns. So again, price was nice and bullish. And then from here, this was January 17th. All the way from January 17th to literally the beginning of April, price was just stuck here consolidating, struggling to hold this low as support to make higher highs for the uptrend to continue. Also struggling to hold this low as resistance for the downtrend to continue. And literally wasn't until this month the price finally broke through the consolidation and started treating the support level as resistance, which is when the sell. But then literally a week after that, as we can see, price stopped the downtrend, had the reversal period, and now we're about to either see the same thing happen again, or with the news we got all this week, we're going to see some volume kick in to break these resistance levels and the uptrend continue back in. Now again, I don't care if price goes up or goes down. My job, as well as y'all's jobs on the chart, is to determine what's taking place currently, so you understand. And also, what you think about the potential happening in the future. So I don't care if we're on an uptrend, downtrend. I just want a clean uptrend, a clean downtrend. That just makes trading a lot smoother. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really care about buy so I see some videos where people will be like, oh, I'm a better shorter than a putter or whatever. Or basically, I take better sells than buys, or vice versa. And I'm like, oh, I don't think it should work that way, unless you just have a certain bias in your head where you like, just like going for sell. I don't know, but that's just how I look at it. I don't really care which way it goes, right? And when we go into the actual market chart, you can see that here. You can see that, of course, we call the price was consolidating. We attempted to go for buys, you can see, but again, price was struggled to continue the uptrend. And at this period, we left it alone for about a month and some change. But as soon as price broke this, right? I don't think we actually did go for this. So okay, let's break it down in a small time frame. As soon as price broke that level, what did we do? We immediately went back to action again. Went for a sell here, tried to go for sells, where again, price was struggling to continue to push down. Once price broke this level, what did we do? We went for it, right? And guess what? Volume was nice, caught a nice move, retraced, pushed down again on Monday last week, but then again, we had the reversal back up. So now we're back at just patiently waiting to see what price is about to do next for us. All right, so again, it's going to take a little bit to break this. We're not again going for bias here. It will need to retrace a little bit for me, though. But again, I think y'all are seeing, I don't want to use the word coincidence, but I think y'all are seeing where I'm getting at, right? especially I've been here since the beginning of the live. We went through a bunch of charts, and we see a lot of the charts. They might be in different trends. They might look different structure-wise, but they're all going through the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? You guys got any questions up in the chat? When looking at charts up in the chat, we're just chilling, patiently waiting right now. Right, and again, this is back to GN. You can see what. Whoops. Yeah, if you was here earlier when it was breaking GN down, you can see what was catching those buys up, and this is the peak where price was at, and then that's when the retracement happened. So now we're right back where we left off when it was catching those buys up. So now we're about to see if it can hold this low as support, which it failed to do so at the end of last month, and we're about to see if the uptrends will continue to do this buy cycle. Again, last night price broke this level, retraced, and then abused, pushed price back down. So I'm waiting to see if it can break back and hold this level. You said no more sound? I hear myself, so restart the live. Restart the live. Restart the open and close YouTube. Open and close YouTube. You can't hear me. We got a new 15 about in 5 minutes, about to pop up in about 2.5 minutes. All right, but yeah, no problem. Yeah, but that happens again. Just do that. Sometimes, you know, StreamYard to YouTube be bugging out. you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. Want to get any charts, drop in the chat. Those are just on the stream. I'd highly recommend rewinding and watching it from the beginning. We went over so much important information, a lot of good stuff we went over and broke down. But we're looking at a couple setups. We're just waiting for our confirmations. As you can see, G rejected this level after the news. This was the news price pushing down. But again, this is why you always want to wait for that confirmation. Because price broke this level just like price broke it this time. But we can see both of these times, price did not hold it as a resistance. Unlike here, you can see that even after price broke this level, it held as resistance, held as resistance, held as resistance, right? Or this time, price broke that level, didn't hold as resistance, broke the level, retested, held as resistance, dropped down. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we're waiting on right now for GU. We're also looking at GN, but again, small candlesticks, no volume. Just waiting to see once volume picks up, if we can break and hold that level as support. Give me 1 second. We're going to see some action in a little bit. Yeah, I can't tell. This is a new playlist. Oh, this is a little bit too upbeat. Maybe because it's early for me. Oh, a little too upbeat. I like the playlist. I want to switch it up, see what other stuff they got. But I think I like the OG playlist we usually use. It was just that song that threw me off. It didn't feel like it fit with the other ones. Maybe that's just me though. That's my computer glitches. All right, we're back to business. When you hit that first link, y'all, you're going to see exactly what you see on your screen right here. You're going to see a link to the live. Send a link every day when we go live. You're going to see how we did yesterday. We broke this down earlier. We took a loss yesterday on GJ. Again, like I said, we went over a lot of information in this live stream. So if you join late, I highly recommend rewinding, right? Make sure to check out the chart analysis as well, because a lot of stuff's been going as projected in the Sunday chart analysis. It's already just Monday. So this is how we did last week. The last week was 6-0. We caught 263 pips. Monday, we caught 46 pips. Tuesday, 156. Wednesday, 37. Thursday, 14. And Friday, 10. You click right here. It's going to bring you to the beginning of last week. Again, like I said, every beginning of the week on Sunday, we drop the Sunday chart analysis and the links to the live every day. So Monday, we had TB5 hit on GA, caught 46 pips. You can see the screenshot of that drop. Nice little drop to the downside. You see the screenshot of the signal sent to the members. Can't remember we took this on the live stream. I know we broke it down during the live stream. Then bringing us into last Tuesday, we continue to hold GA. All TPs got surpassed and hit. We caught 65 plus pips. And then we took an additional EN trade that day during the Tokyo session. So that night, I should say, going into Tuesday. So it was Monday night going to Tuesday morning. To this trade, Tokyo session Monday night. All TPs got hit. We caught 91 pips. But later on that day, we went past 91 pips. I didn't calculate that though. But we went over that earlier. I will show you that position. Let's just try to push up. I might try to break that level. All right, this trade right here. And then this was the GA trade we took last week. This was 2 weeks ago. This one we took last week. That was 1 week ago. This one's nice. 1 to 2, almost 1 to 3 rich reward. And this one, I took 2 positions on this one. The original was at 1 to 6, almost 1 to 7. The second position I took was a 1 to 4. The 2-0 that day. And then on Wednesday, we took the GBPJPY TB4 got hit. We caught 37 pips. And then as soon as the news started, not this one, price rejected a level and pushed back down. So this was a nice 1 to 1, almost 1 to 2 issue what we caught right here. And then we hit TP1 on Friday off that GE trade. Right? Or was that Thursday? Yeah, Thursday or Friday, we took a GE trade. We hit TP1, missed TP2 by like a pip. Then price rejected. I made a video on YouTube. I'm not YouTube, on my Instagram, breaking this down. We took this trade. We hit TP1. TP2 barely got hit, missed. Price rejected. Hit our stop loss. Shielded at our stop loss for like a session. Then during Tokyo session, as we can see going into London session, price pushed back down, and then went exactly as projected. So it was just literally just like a session look too early for internet trade. That's how that went. And then, yeah, so that's how we led up to here. You scroll to April 4th, you can see how we did last month and last quarter. So January went 20-0, we caught 37,620 pips. February went 17-1, caught 24,403 pips. And then March went 16-3, caught 45,003 pips. In Q4, giving us a 93% win rate for the quarter. Catch a total of 111,506 pips. You see this going April 4th. You click right here. It's going to take you to the beginning of the year, where you can also see how we ended last year, quarter 4. October went 32-5, caught 157,608 pips. November went 22-1, caught 58,068. The December went 22-1 again, caught 24,481 pips. Ending quarter 4 last year at 76-7. It was a 96% win rate, about the same. But we caught twice as many pips. We got 207,561 pips. No, that was just strictly an advanced play signal. Correction, we got 240,157. Right? And then you can literally just keep on clicking these, and it'll just send you down a rabbit hole of just everything data, wins, losses, everything's timed. We just recap the months, all that stuff. So literally just all that. Or you click this pinned message, you can see 2 years of us just consistently doing this. So make sure to hit that first link in the description, explore the channel, and also make sure to watch that Sunday chart analysis, all that good stuff. So GU ended up rejecting that level, so we're still just patiently waiting on that. GN looks like it might try to break this level though, so we're going to see what this hour looks like. A new 15 new hour just popped up, just as the song changed too, which is kind of funny. See the chat looking up. All right, cool. Shout out everybody in the chat. Shout out everybody that's been here since the beginning of the live. Shout out everybody that's been here since y'all joined the live. Make sure to like. Make sure to share with your people's friends, whoever. And if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. I dropped a video yesterday. I got another video dropping for y'all today towards the beginning of the New York session. Be on the lookout for that. And then members, later on today, I'm going to tell y'all the 2 days we're going to be going live this week. We kind of got a little different week as far as news. We're going to be going live Thursday for the 8:30 news. I forgot one of the other 2 days we're going to be going live, so we'll look out for that. I'm going to let y'all know. Also know I'm going to let send that Sunday, not the Sunday part, that's the New York price watch list out for y'all in a few hours, so we're going to look out for that. If you guys want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram. You see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen, playmaker_way. Or you can DM me on Telegram. I respond to all messages. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow. Run the session 3 p.m. EST.